Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. I hope you're having a great start to your day. And we want to say hello to some dear friends. And we appreciate you guys coming on live with us. And let's say hello. Who's number one on the hit parade this morning? Mike from Norland. I bet you. Norland, I bet you Brahim is right behind him. Wait a second. Go. Let's see. No, Lori Lee from Ventura, California. Carol from West Virginia. Nellie, good morning to you. Sandy. Mary from Norwich. And Marilyn, how are you? And Cecilia Shediak. And Nouveau Brunswick, Wendy, good morning from Markham. Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Donna, Park Hill, good morning. Brenda. And Bonnie, Manitoulin Island. Chantal, Ottawa. And Marvel, Ottawa. Two from Ottawa right away. Doc McEwen, I finally see your name from West Tennessee. And Guylaine, how are you? And Nick from our staff. Yolande, bonjour. Catherine, Parksville, British Columbia. And Sandy, she says she's here. Vera, did I miss you, Sandy? Herma, how are you? And Donna from Newfoundland. Crystal, Calgary, Alberta. Freeline, good morning. Keith, you missed me yesterday, eh? Well, I'm glad. Catherine, nice to be missed. Susan, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Adeline, LaSalle. And Helga, good morning from Scarborough. Huguette, bonjour from Hearst, Ontario. And Bonnie and Mary, PEI, good morning to you. And Cecilia, Fran, Orangeville. And Sandra from Brampton. Linda. Oh, Lindas. We love those Lindas. Wendy from London. And Sue, good morning. And Shelley from Kansas. Susan, good morning. And Kathy and Faye, good morning. Okay, we've said hello. And I know I missed so many, and I always want to say hello to all of you. Good morning. Okay, now, okay. I get a little uptight when I'm just reading about statistics. And, you know, like sort of designer drugs. And it's incredible. This pharmaceutical, company said something by the year 2050, almost everyone, he said, on the planet will be on these designer drugs like Ozempic. And that's why the pharmaceutical industry is scrambling to get these type of drugs. And, you know, based on, like Ozempic is a diabetic medication. But people that take it experience some weight loss, like Wegovy or Wagavy, or I don't know how to pronounce it, V. And because they experience some weight loss, they become a designer drug. And the cost of the medication is astronomical, and the profits are astronomical for the pharmaceutical companies. But guys, let's not be duped by this, okay? Let's not be duped. Let's not be fooled. You know, obesity, is not an Ozempic deficiency. It's not. Okay? So it's not the cure. And people are trying to short circuit their health. They're trying to, and I can understand it, but they're trying to, take a shortcut. And it all sounds great. I mean, imagine if you can just get a prescription and you're going to lose weight. It sounds fantastic, doesn't it? But the side effects are legion. Major side effects. And you're not fixing the problem. First of all, is someone that takes that med, are they going to stay on that med the rest of their lives? No. Well, maybe they would, but they're not supposed to. And if they do, if they don't, first of all the weight comes back. This has been proven. 2, the side effects of these medications are crazy. Severe digestive problems. And thirdly, the vast majority of weight that is lost is not fat, but muscle. Guys, that goes against, you see, when I talk to you about the reset, okay, the reset is an eating shift. The reset was designed to lower your insulin. You lower insulin, everything gets better. Everything gets better when you lower insulin. When you lower insulin resistance, everything gets better. So you're going at the root problem, because when someone struggles with obesity, they don't get along with carbs. They don't get along with seed oils, which I call crappy carbohydrates. They just don't get along with those foods. And they have an allergy to these foods. And their body just builds fat. And only when you really switch fuels, because for years, weight loss, the last 50, 60 years, longer than I've been in practice, guys, here was weight loss. Eat less, move more. They weren't right about that. I screamed about that. Eat less, move more. Problem with that, it creates yo-yo dieting. Because, why does it create yo-yo dieting? Because when you eat less food, you're eating less calories. And you're burning off, to some extent, you're burning off fat, but mostly muscle. So it temporarily works if you don't eat, or you eat less. Oh, that sounds great. Now move more. Go to the gym, on the treadmill, or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're hungry. You haven't fixed the problem. You haven't fixed the problem. The biggest key is to switch fuels. Go from burning carbohydrates, sugars and sweets, and pastries and bread and pasta and noodles and all those things, to burning fat. When you eat fat, animal protein, the way your body is designed to eat it, it's not an Ozempic deficiency. It's the fuel problem. People, it's worse than that. Probably 95% of the population in North America eats the wrong fuel. They bought into the lie of moderation. They bought into the lie of, red meat's no good for you. Bacon and eggs give you cholesterol. And, and so what happens is they're eating the wrong fuel. They live on paper and twigs in a wood stove. They're getting the wrong fuel. Your body is designed for rocket fuel. Eggs, meat, and cheese. And guys, at the end of the day, when people get the memo, when people eat the right nutrients, you see your cells, we have to go to the cellular level. Your cells go, okay? First of all, when you got a problem, your cells hate the presence of insulin. They resist it. That creates a cascade of problems, one of which is the body stores fat. It stores it in all the wrong places. But when you change fuels, your cells go, holy moly, thank you. Thank you for giving me high octane, 99% fuel. I love that. My body loves that. My cells love that. Your heart loves it. Your liver loves it. Your brain loves it. Your pancreas loves it. Your gut loves it. Your bones love it. Everything loves that fuel. Okay? Everything loves that fuel. Everything you own inside your body loves that fuel. So, Ozempic, the reason I get frustrated is because people are trying to short circuit, get a magic pill to make them healthy. It doesn't make you healthy. It doesn't make you healthy. It may make you lose weight at first, but it's unhealthy. It's not good for you. And people are rushing to their doctors to get these things. And really, the medical association, you can tell, they're not interested in your health. You think they would be, but they're not. Why haven't they come out and said, look, folks, we don't want you bothering your family physician or your endocrinologist or anybody for that medication. It wasn't made for that. It was made for diabetes. And even then. So lay off. But it's not going to happen. There's so much money in this stuff. You have to follow the money. Okay? Obesity is not an Ozempic or a Wegovy or Wegovy or whatever they call it, V. Deficiency. It's not. It's not getting at the root problem. Okay? And by the way, nature doesn't make bad fats. Factories do. I talk to you guys about sugars all the time. It's a bad fuel. It's a bad fuel. It burns too rapidly. Your cells don't like it. Your sugar is so toxic. We talk about this almost on every program. Your body understands how toxic sugar is, and it goes out, 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 out. You can't stay in the bloodstream. You just can't park there. But man thinks they're smart. They're smarter than God. So what do? They come up with different sugars. And they couch it by changing the name of, it's not sugar, Dr. Martin. It's high fructose corn syrup. Fructose, corn, must be good. Nah, it's not good. It's not good at all. It's worse than sugar. It's worse than sugar. And then, factories make oil. Right? Factories make oil. Nature, there's no bad fats in nature. Like butter, right? Like tallow. There's no bad fats. Lard, avocado, olive oil, bacon. Whenever I think of olive oil, I think of bacon. I like bacon better. It's got the same oleic acid. I like oleic acid. You? Yeah. Like nature don't make mistakes with that. Right? But factories do. Because again, it comes back to man thinking they're smarter than God. So what did they develop? They took these seed oils. It all started with Procter and Gamble. And they made, they took seed oils and made Crisco, a hydrogenated oil that they could harden. And they passed it off as being healthy for you. And if you say a lie long enough and just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, you get a change in thinking. And again, it's like a perfect storm, guys. Okay? It's like a perfect storm. You've got big food. Okay? They come up with a fat. It's not saturated, Dr. Martin. It's good for you. It's a fat that we made. Okay? And it's a wonderful oil. And it'll lower your cholesterol. And medicine, it's almost like they forgot biochemistry 101. Well, first of all, cholesterol, you need it. Every cell in your body needs it. Your muscles need it. Your nerves need it. That's the difference between the animal kingdom foods and the plant kingdoms. They're in the plants. There's no cholesterol. Oh yeah, but Dr. Martin, cholesterol is bad. Therefore, let's get rid of animal fat. But you see, when they make these oils in the factory, canola oil, okay, and safflower and sunflower and grapeseed and rice and corn oil and soy oil, they're the worst stinking oils. They're man-made. Yeah, you can grow the seeds and the canola. The problem is the processing, what they do with those things. And it's like a 15-step process. It's so chemically made. Like, think of margarine, guys. Margarine. The invention of man. We're smarter than God. What are we going to do? We want you to put margarine on your whole wheat toast. We want you to cook with it. We want you to, we added these so-called vegetable oils. Terrible stuff. Nature doesn't do that. Man does that. Factories do that. And what have we seen? What have we seen really since the 1980s? Obesity is skyrocketing. It's a perfect storm. Sugar consumption is almost 200 pounds. When you look at every 200 pounds each a year. You're kidding me. No, I'm not kidding you. People don't realize, they don't know how to read labels. They're getting duped. And doctors who should know better, who forget their biochemistry 101. They're so concerned about cholesterol. Cholesterol has become the boogeyman of all boogeymans. And they, like people, I was talking to someone the other day, okay? And, I just listen. I listen. Well, I thought it was healthy, he said. I thought I was healthy. I said, do you feel good? Fantastic. And then I went to my doctor and he told me that I was sick. I said, what do you mean? Well, he said, you got high cholesterol. You're sick. You're going to have a heart attack. You're going to die. And he said, here I was just taking a routine test. Active, feeling good. I thought healthy. And then I walked out of my doctor's office and I thought I was going to die anytime soon. And he scared the living life out of me. He scared the living life out of me, he said. I said, no kidding. All because of a blood test. Now, it didn't show cancer cells. It didn't show that he had autoimmune. It didn't show anything like that. It just looked at the lipid profile and, your total cholesterol is high. Therefore, you're going to have a heart attack. Man, it's hard to change people's mind about that. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. But you have the pharmaceutical industry, and they do a lot of wonderful things. But one thing they haven't done well, they've done well in terms of their bottom line, but they haven't done well for mankind, in my opinion, and that is this whole thing about cholesterol and heart disease. Cholesterol, it's in every cell of your body. It's a precursor to vitamin D. You can't be healthy without cholesterol. And they insist on hammering it down, blaming cholesterol because it's at the crime scene. It's a repair thing. Of course, cholesterol's at the crime scene. Of course it's there. It's not the bad guy. Cholesterol's always flowing through your bloodstream. It needs to be. You can't even transport your hormones. Why do you think so many men are impotent today? They don't have enough testosterone. First of all, they don't eat enough animal fat. That's how you get cholesterol from your diet. And they don't get enough vitamin D from the sun or from a supplement. Why do we see so much obesity? Why do we see so much heart disease? It's not a deficient. Heart disease is not a deficiency of statin drugs. It's not. If it was, we would have cured heart disease. How many people a day? Okay, I'm just going to read something to you. I remember doing a seminar live, and I put this up on a board, okay? I wrote it out because I don't know how to use PowerPoint or anything like that. I don't like PowerPoint, okay? I don't. I like to write. And I wrote this on a board at the front of a seminar, and I said, okay, here's how you're going to die. I got their attention. I told them, here's how you're going to die. You either get into an accident, okay, and accidents kill 401 people every day. Okay, this comes from the insurance. One thing about insurance companies, they keep good stats, okay? They keep good stats. They can tell you to the person just about how people are going to die. They're fantastic at it. I think this was 2019, okay? Here's how you're going to die if you don't have an accident. if you don't get hit by a bus. Okay? Every day. 1,700, this is in the United States, okay, guys? It's not taking in Canadian statistics, okay? 1,773 people will die, according to the insurance industry, today from heart disease. 1,700 and change every day. Okay? I don't mean to be morbid, okay? Some people, they go, Doc, you're morbid. Nah, I'm not. I'm just telling you, okay? And like I said, I did a seminar. And I put these statistics up and I shocked the living life out of people because they don't think about the stuff like that, okay? Who was it? Woody Allen said, I ain't scared of dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens. Okay? But guys, this is reality. 1,773 people died yesterday and will die today from heart disease. Do you think we've won the battle with heart disease? Listen to the cancer statistics. 1,641. 1,600 and change today in the United States and yesterday in the United States died of cancer. That's the average. Guys, are we winning? Alzheimer's, 332 people yesterday and today now will die. Diabetes, 228, number 4 on the hit parade of chronic disease. Okay? Heart disease, number 1. Cancer, number 2. Alzheimer's, number 3. And diabetes, number 4. Now, here's the point I'm making. Here's the point I made in the seminar. When you look at those 4 diseases, what is the common denominator of heart, cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes? The common denominator is a hormone that wants you dead. What is it? It's insulin. It's a food hormone. And because here we are, what advanced societies, cars that drive themselves, okay, like unbelievable. And here we are today. And here we are every day. There's 1,700 people in the United States will die of heart disease today. There's 1,600 and change that will die of cancer. And there's 300 and something will die of Alzheimer's today and diabetes, and they have a common denominator. And that's insulin. It's a food hormone. Insulin's a food hormone. It's not an accident. It's not a car accident. And who knows those things? If you sat down, and I mean this, 95 to 99% of any physician in the United States and Canada, and asked them and showed them those 4 diseases that kill 1,700, 1,600, and 300 and something and 200 and something, those 4, the leading causes of death, okay? And heart disease is actually a little higher than that, almost up to 2,000 if you include stroke. What's the root cause? Insulin. Not cholesterol, insulin. And that's why I tell you guys, they're looking for love in all the wrong places, because they're looking for a medication that will lower cholesterol. They already found it. That's for heart disease. And cancer, here's the treatment of cancer. It's not prevention. It's treatment. Right? It's treatment. And that is, you get cancer, here we go. Chemo, radiation, surgery. Chemo, radiation, surgery. What's the treatment? Chemo, radiation, surgery. There's no talk about prevention except stop smoking. Don't smoke. Okay. Good thing. I agree with that. But there's no equation with food. Cancer needs fuel. Cancer cells are ravenous. Actually, in 1920, or was it 1932? I got to look it up again. Okay, Otto Warburg. He wrote he won the Nobel Prize in medicine. He was one of the few Jews that the Nazis didn't kill because he was such a smart researcher. And you know what he said? You know what he said? He said cancer needs fuel. It survives on sugar. They're ravenous teenagers, cancer cells. Guys, we've known this for years. I put a quote in a book. I think it was 2011 or whatever. Might have been, yeah. Are two hormones that want you dead. Okay? And I quoted an oncologist in the Sudbury Star. I actually have it in my pictures. I took a picture of the article that he wrote, and he was talking about the PET scan. The oncologist was talking about a PET scan, and he was being interviewed, and they said, well, how does a PET scan work? Well, you give them glucose, sugar, and it'll go to wherever the cancer is, from your head to your toes. And they said, why? He said, well, cancer survives on glucose. That was an oncologist. And if you go to a cancer center, I know in Sudbury, okay, my hometown, if you went to the cancer center, they give you Ensure to ensure that your cancer grows. They give you radiation or chemo. You sit there and get the treatment, okay? And then on the way out, they go, oh, you're having trouble eating. You're going to be nauseous and that, okay, from the side effect. Here's some Ensure. And they have no clue. The same people who told us how the PET scan works. It's not for your pets, by the way. It's a cancer imaging. And they tell you how it works. And then they don't even talk to you about nutrition. Only that you're going to be nauseous and you probably won't have an appetite, so make sure you take some Ensure or Boost. Oh, my blood pressure is rising. Rising. Wouldn't it be nice, okay? I'm just going to say this in closing this morning. Wouldn't it be nice if the best of both worlds got together? Okay? They got together. And, oncologists, you do your thing, but the patient gets real good nutritional advice because it's important. Do you think that day will ever come? I doubt if it'll be there and mainstream in my lifetime. I'm not a negative guy. I'm really not. But I am very negative that that's going to happen. There's too much power to be, guys. There's so much power to be that don't want that to happen. I just can't get over it. That we need a complete paradigm shift. Is it going to happen? Nah, I'm not optimistic. Not in my lifetime. Okay, guys. I just had to get that off my chest. Okay. Okay, guys. What's Friday? Question and answer Friday. Okay? So get your questions in, because we love that. Okay? We have such a good time. And guys, we love you guys dearly, sincerely, and I mean it. And so, I wonder if we shouldn't do something on Valentine's Day for your heart. I'll think about it. Okay. That coming up tomorrow. Okay, guys, we love you dearly, and I mean it. Talk to you soon.